Welcome to the What Do You Have to Say podcast. I'm Phil. This is Uriah. We're your host. Two cousins, two perspectives, one mission. We dive into conversations like lifestyle, personal growth, and current events, and even those difficult conversations. We talk about it all. Today, we're asking, what do you have to say about pets?
We want to know, what do you have to say? Oh, what do you have to say? Oh, there's no time to wait. What do you have to say? Together we lift our voices and let them ring. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking about life, we got stories to reveal.
Wow, it is so good to be here. How you doing, Uriah?
I am doing, it's been a busy morning, busy afternoon,
Okay,
but other than that, I am doing good.
that's
I
good. I
really am.
can't complain. The sun is shining. We finally have an afternoon that doesn't have rain, and I'm not going to say that too loud because I need to cut some grass today, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. And maybe some of you that are listening, you're going through the same thing with this winter storms, really, with the summer storms, and
Yeah,
it's
summer
they're
storms.
all across. I think we're about to have a heat wave going through somewhere down south. So I just stay hydrated, stay in, and protect yourself.
Please, please.
Yeah, yeah.
You said cutting grass.
Yes.
Do mosquitoes get you? I always remember when I was growing up and I had to cut, if we went out early, those mosquitoes would eat me up. Did they bother you?
Yes, yes. That's why I'm sprayed
Okay.
down with all of that off and cutter and whatever that I have. And they still try to get through. And with it being as humid as it is here, they
Yeah.
just thrive, mosquitoes. But
I was watching YouTube and this YouTuber that does a lot of hiking,
hmm
they talked about this product that they use.
hmm
I forget what the name of it
hmm
is, and I bought
hmm
some. It I sprayed on there, no mosquitoes when I'm walking my dog.
Wow, wow, that's good.
I'll share
Yeah,
it with
okay,
you. I
please
can't
do.
remember now, but
Please
I'll share
do,
it with you.
because the only thing I like the repellent, but it's that smell. And it's
Yeah.
I think that the active ingredient is DEET. DEET is DEET
Yes.
is in there. It seems like they could just uh maybe they do it, they put that perfume on there or that fragrance on there to let us know,
Yeah.
I guess. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, because that DEET has got a powerful
right.
smell. This other thing, I'll maybe I'll put it on the
Okay.
screen here. Um, it it has that DEET, but it's an
Okay.
undercurrent. But let me tell you,
Okay.
the spray is too greasy, but I got the lotion coming. I'll tell you.
I g
I'll
I
tell you.
got you. Wow, that's good to know. Wow. Well, man, today we're talking about, what do you have to say about pets? And, I
Yep.
know a lot of our audience, they have pets, and we're not just talking
Mhm.
about dogs and cats. We're talking about fishes, horses, iguanas, uh, sna
Snakes.
yeah, we not
Eh,
snakes and hamsters,
uh-uh.
gerbils, all of those things that we call our pets, and I was thinking I needed to know how many households have pets. And in the United States, can you give me what kind of figure percentage do you think of households that have pets?
Like
Yes,
percentage-wise, I'll
percentage
just do
rise. Yes, yeah.
percentage-wise. I'm sort of tallying all the people that I talk to now, how many have
Uh-huh.
pets. I think it's quite high. I'm gonna go for like
Wow,
70%.
you are right on the head. It is 69%
Oh,
of households
wow.
have pets. Can you believe that there's a lot of people have children, and then but a
Yeah.
lot of households have pets. And it just amazes me. I guess that's why the pet industry is so lucrative. That they're
Mhm.
selling everything from, definitely food and everything, but imagine 69% of households have pets, and
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
That's a
That's
lot
a
of
lot
folks,
of
a
people
lot of households.
that have pets in their house, and it makes me think about my first pet and growing up in a house with pets. And I think about my first
Okay.
pet Pee Wee. Pee Wee was he was this black dog, this terrier mix, and I had to be in at least third grade when he came to live with us. And I mean, everybody loved Pee Wee, but it seems like all the responsibility kind of fell in my lap. Being the boy at that time,
He became
he
your dog.
became my dog, and Pee Wee.
Okay.
Oh man, we went everywhere together in the neighborhood. Everybody loved Pee Wee, and
What kind of dog
Pee
was
Wee
Pee
was
Wee? Because I don't remember him.
this uh terrier mix with he had long hair. He wasn't an Irish and there's a terrier that's Irish. He wasn't a Jack Russell. He wasn't he was just like a terrier mix. I'm not sure what he was, but he
Okay.
was a lovable dog, and he spent a lot of time together. That was my first dog. Do you remember
Okay.
your first pet? If you had a pet, I can remember a few pets.
The first pet the first pet that I remember was, like, ours.
Mhm.
What came first? We had a we had a black cockapoo named Afro, right?
Afro,
And
yes, that's
we were young.
Afro.
I might have been 7 or
Uh-huh.
8, so we were young,
Yeah, yeah.
and a lot of
Oh,
responsibility and a lot was going on, and we didn't get to keep Afro for that
oh,
long,
wow.
but Afro made an impact
It's
on
wow. It
us.
doesn't take long. We build those attachments with our pets
Yeah,
really fast. In fact, it happens fast for me. Just
yeah.
because. And I really liked dog, but we also had a cat in our mix. And we had a cat named Kitty Girl. And don't ask me how she got that name. I think maybe one of my sisters named Kitty Girl. But she was like this.
But did everybody I'm sorry
Yes,
to
go
interrupt,
ahead.
but did everybody in your house like cats? Because some people don't.
As far as I can remember, everybody kind of liked
They
both
did,
of them,
okay.
Kitty Girl and Pee Wee, and it is true what they said when they met. Pee Wee was
It
there
didn't go
first, and then Kitty Girl came, and it was a clash. But over
really?
time, it just kinda like they just was like, "Well, I'm not leaving, and neither are you," and they just got along very, very
Together.
well, and, those
Okay.
were my first, and, I'm sure if you remember your first cat or dog or your first pet, put it in the comments and let us know. We'd love to know what their names, and, how you get how they came to be a part of your family. And you know what what I like about having pets, in that first clip that we're going to show about how we really get attached to our pets, and um, why do we like them so much? I don't That's a question I haven't answered really, but why do we like them so much? But maybe this clip will help us kind of further the conversation.
Okay.
The attachments we form with our pets is
Oh.
reminiscent of the attachments formed between parents and their children. Pet owners will for instance speak with their pets in motherese or baby talk, and they often enjoy cuddling with them.
That's a cute cat.
In this way, the pet owner will treat their pet in a way that is
Aw.
reminiscent of the way in which a parent treats their child. Pets
Oh.
are also
Mhm.
sometimes looked to as a source of emotional support. Pet owners may feel less anxious and they may feel a sense of safety and security when they are around their pets.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Man,
absolutely.
he said several things, and that especially how we are attached to our pets. Maybe in that mother child kind of maybe not extreme, but I can kind of agree with that. How do you feel about that?
I think it looks different for all of
Mhm.
us, whatever that attachment
Uh-huh.
is. I know I have had, I have myself a couple of
Mhm.
dogs, and one that passed away a couple of years ago,
Uh-huh.
I had him for,
Oh.
uh, 12 years,
Ooh.
and I rescued him, and
Oh
I
man.
was I became very attached to him, which I hadn't previously with the other dog that we grew up with, Pee
Mm-hmm.
Wee. I mean, he was a part of our
Mm-hmm.
family,
Mm-hmm.
but Pee Wee was like, he's over there doing this thing, and we're
Uh-huh.
here.
Uh-huh.
But my dog,
Uh-huh.
Leo,
Uh-huh.
I became really attached to him.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
12 years. That's a long
hmm
time. And he was a
12 years.
rescue. That is,
He was a
yeah,
rescue.
that is my kind of like a goal of mine. If when I become the millionaire that I'm going to be, um, my goal is to just have as many shelter and rescue animals as I can. And a space provided for them. But anyway, um, another thing that that video brought out, it was, how do you talk to your dog now, Geo? Do you use that mother ease, is as he was saying, and that kind of baby talk kind of thing? That's a good baby. That's a
You
good.
know, I always find I sort of do like when I'm walking through the door, because dogs, when you walk through the door and you've been away, they are excited
Yes,
to see
yes,
you.
yes.
And I can see myself like, what are you
Ex-
doing? Oh, come here. Okay. Are you okay? I'm here.
that's a good boy. That's daddy's. But that's
That's a good boy. Yeah.
yes, yes. And so
Are you hungry? You want me to get you something to eat? Okay.
that mother, I think that if we went down the road, I think everybody kind of talks to their pets like that. And
Mm-hmm.
wow, I think because they are they are a part of us. And we
Mm-hmm.
they provide, you know it, how much support, emotional support. That video brought out
A lot.
emotional support for us, and how we become attached, even, like you said, they are wagging their tails, waiting for you to come home. I don't care what kind
Yep.
of day that you have had. They just want to be with you. And I know that some of our
Yep.
listeners, they have they've experienced that too. Just sitting at the door waiting for him. And there's this one story I want to share about my dog Jack and Sunshine. um, they would know when my dad was alive and my dad was living with me. Um,
Uh-huh.
I would have to go to work, of course, and he would be at home with Jack and Sunshine. And so he said the whole day they were in his room, just interacting with him. But then around 3:30 or so, when they knew that I would be coming home, they would leave
Mm-hmm.
his room and go and sit at the door and wait for me
Oh, I love
to
that
come
story.
home. It is amazing that they kind of know what time it is when you should be coming home. He said, my dad always used to say, I know when you were coming home, because they would leave me, and because you were the second human, I was
It was
I
time.
was the first one. But
You gave your dogs a smartwatch and they
I
was
didn't
keeping
they
time.
keep him? It's just
You just
amazing. Go ahead, man.
you just brought up a memory for me
Yeah.
with my previous dog
Uh-huh.
Leo. When I got him, I was working long hours. I was
Mhm.
working and then was doing a training, and I would be gone from like sometimes 6 o'clock to
Oh,
9.
man.
And he was great. He never peed or pooped in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
And when
Oof.
I had parked on the street and I was
He
walking
could
up,
hear you.
he would be in the
He could
window
he
waiting
could
for me.
be like, he's
Mhm.
coming. It's
Yep.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
that, they provide so much for us. And and that emotional support that we may need, and during whatever time,
Yeah.
they're there with unconditionally. They're there. And that second clip that we're going to watch, it gives kind of like an explanation about how they help us even physically. Some of it, we'll talk about it. We'll see it on the other side.
For
Okay.
instance, research shows that pet owners show significantly reduced risks for cardiovascular disease. They also show less intense reactions to stress, and by interacting with their pet, like by petting it, pet owners show reduced heart rate and blood pressure, which are indicators of
I
its
believe
relaxing
that.
effects. For
Mhm.
these reasons, It could be argued that pet keeping evolved because it is evolutionary
Look at them
adaptive,
beautiful
as it
eyes.
contributes to an individual's well-being by ameliorating stress.
I believe that. I just can you believe that it lowers blood pressure or they
I believe it.
reduce cardiovascular disease or however incidents. I have to agree with that because when you're with your pet, you're in your calm place, they're calm, and it just you know, and it brings to mind I'm a school teacher, and so we used to have an emotional support dog that would come to the school, and her name was Maya, and she was a big golden doodle. I mean, big,
Hmm.
fluffy, tall, and she would come, and the students, if they had good behavior, we used it as a behavior incentive, and they could
Okay.
read with Maya. If your behavior, she would come by once a month, and you could recommend students to read with her. And when I say those students, they worked for that opportunity just to share with her. And we had
Hmm.
several support dogs. Some students had an emotional support dog that shadowed them during the day, and it just
Okay.
remained in their calm place, and they those stressors that may come along with being a student in class, they were just calm, and it was really a benefit to have those emotional supports in the classroom. And I'm not sure, do you have any experience with support dogs or using them maybe in certain situations that would be beneficial to the people that
I,
use
I
it?
I don't,
Okay.
but I have a
Yes.
question about the
Yeah.
children. So after they whoever had gained the ability to be with the
Uh-huh.
dog
Uh-huh.
and read to
Uh-huh.
them, did you see a change in the the students when they got back into
Oh,
class? And generally speaking, was it did most of your students win that ability or
right, right. There were a person, we call this positive, it's PBIS, positive behavior instructional supports. Intervention supports. So it was people
Mhm.
that had a behavior plan that maybe had some issues with regulating their behavior. They were on a plan, and part of that
Mm,
incentive was a part of that plan
was too.
was to work with Maya. And so not
Oh,
every,
gotcha.
student, if you were not it wasn't open to every student. She would do assemblies with everyone, but as far as
Gotcha.
behavior intervention supports, it was just for those students that were on that behavior plan.
And if I heard you
uh
correctly, there was a positive benefit
Oh,
afterwards for
most
them.
definitely, most definitely. It was a
Okay.
great thing.
Now
Yeah.
now to answer your
Yes.
question, yeah, the only thing that I know about, um, sup emotional support dogs is all the people that, uh, go on the internet and get those letters so that they can take their dog on the airplane. So right? So most of those people, it's they just wanna get a reduced fee or their dog to travel free, and it's not emotional. It's a
It's
lie.
a lie. But none of our listeners have anything to do with that. They would never do that, I'm sure.
No, and I wouldn't have gone on the internet to get one of those things for my dog so that I could get some, uh,
I so they could
uh,
be with me.
dollars off of
So,
my
well,
lease.
yeah, and so I
No, I wouldn't have done that. I would have
never
never done that.
me, Imma own up to it. If I could have had Jack or Sunshine with me during my work day every day as an emotional support dog,
Yeah,
I would have, yeah, my students would have
you would have
gone
done it.
crazy. E
They would have
They would
loved it.
have loved that. It is just something about owning pets, because,
Yeah.
man, pets teach us a lot. Owning them, well, no, sometimes it feels like we're owning them, but they're truly a part of us, and they teach us a lot, and we're going to, um watch What Do Our Pets Teach Us in clip 3, and we'll talk about it with.
Uh, okay.
We do not simply own our pets,
Oh
we
no.
love them. We
Oh
become
man,
best
look at that
friends with
cutie.
them and form
Look at
bonds that are
that.
truly reciprocal and unconditional. We give them
Unconditional.
access to consistent safety, health, comfort,
Right.
and other logistical things that they might
That
struggle to
grooming right
sustain.
there.
And in return,
Yeah.
they
Yes.
help remind us of a side of ourselves that we
Look.
want so deeply to live in, but
And
often
that's
That's
Geo.
suppress.
Geo right there.
The
Yes.
appreciation for simplicity, the
Oh,
ability to
that's it.
feel free, the
Simplicity. Yeah.
obsession with fun, the lack of sensitivity to embarrassment, the disinterest in holding grudges, and the unrestricted
Mm-hmm.
affection that our pets possess are all of the things that we long for and
We
wish we
we
could
do.
feel constantly in ourselves, but often struggle to do
Yeah.
so.
Absolutely. I that resonates with me wholeheartedly because they teach us to be just live in the moment. They teach us that life is really simple and that it can be get complicated sometimes. Let me not make that generalization. It can be complicated, but the simple
Well, they try to
they
teach
try to
us,
teach us, you know,
and they teach some
some
of us
I'll see what to learn. And that one thing about holding grudges, uh,
exactly what is on my
oh,
mind.
you know, they just teach us, hey, let that go. I mean, yeah, just let that go. What do you have to add to that, man?
Well, with the grudges, I mean, like when maybe when you're like you're not happy with them and you speak to them, you shouldn't do that or point the finger a little harsh. It's all when you come back up to them, like, come over here, and then just pick them up. They're good with you, right?
Exactly.
They don't hold a grudge, but we as
We
humans
as humans,
can be really good at
man,
holding
we
on.
don't let it go. You know, it says, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget. That's
Yeah.
yeah, we
If we could be more like
if we
dogs,
could, if we could just be like
we
that.
could we could what move through things a little bit easier or move past them
Absolutely,
or
absolutely. And
yeah.
I
But we're not. We're
no,
humans.
we're not. We're humans, and yeah, we hold it. But pets, that's where they're trying. All pets, I'm sure they're just trying to teach us
Yeah.
about that. But and you know, we have to laugh a little bit today, man. There is this content creator named Rockstar, and
Oh, I know
he
them.
he does voiceovers on. I don't know if our audience, if you have seen these, but I tell you, take some time if you need to just a little laugh today. I'm not gonna say anything. Just play this, and if you're not laughing and smiling, check your pulse.
Fucking dead. Hey!
Ha!
Hey!
Ha! Crazy dog, come here.
Ah,
Come here.
that's cute. That's cute.
He
Rockstar's crazy. I love him.
I just oh man, there were so many when I was just trying to decide. I was like, this is good, this is good, this is good. But that one, hi. And
Hmm.
I don't know how he finds him, but he is onto something. And I'm so happy that he puts that content out in the universe. And like I say, if you haven't watched it, yes, can we watch just one more of his
Yeah,
yes.
you
Go
know,
ahead.
I think it's great. Like when they talk about what pets do for
Uh-huh.
us, even the content like Rockstar
Uh-huh.
or the Dodo
Oh,
or whatever that there there was one I was watching on the Dodo about uh I don't know if it was a tiny horse, but the horse is running around and kicking, and it's just relaxing just to even watch
it
some
it
content
is. It
about
is.
animals,
It
right?
truly is. And all the noise that we have going on in our world, it is nice
All the
to just
Which
listen.
one did you want to look at?
Um what is that second one? I can't remember. I know where we're going, or he knows where we're going,
Oh, okay.
or something like that. If this has happened to you,
Okay.
you'll know. You'll.
Where are you going?
Park! Yeah. Stop. Stop, Claw. We here. Stop, Claw. Stop. Stop. We here. Stop. I'm ready to get out. Hey! Hey! My friends over there. Open the door.
He said, "My friends are here. Open the door."
Bark. You know, Uriah, when Jack specifically was with me, he could smell if we were pulling around the corner from the dog park,
Mm-hmm.
or from if we were
Mm-hmm.
going, because there were several places that we would go together, and he would go crazy. It would be just like that, park. And if I drove by the park, one of the parks, he would just look at me like, really? We not going in today?
You're not gonna
We
stop.
we're and I we not stopping. I was like, Jack, no, we don't have time. He would get his tail would be, that dog. Anyway, I just go
You,
ahead.
you mentioned he could smell the park, or
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
their senses are
yes.
so keen. And I can remember watching Caesar Milan was talking about training of dogs,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes how we don't allow dogs to be dogs,
Right,
right?
right,
And
right.
he said it was important to let them really gain that primitive
Mhm,
nose.
mhm.
And so it's really important. And he said that's going to different places. So I take my dog Geo. We go all over different neighborhoods, different parks, so he can
So
sniff.
so he can sniff.
And they're so happy when they get new smells. Of course, they're going to mark their
Uh-huh,
spot and
uh-huh,
this and that and
uh-huh.
the other. So
Oh,
yeah,
oh, that makes me think of how much Jack was marking his spot. I don't care if just 2 drops of pee was coming out. He would come behind and lift his leg and mark his spot. I tell you,
absolutely.
man, owning pets, there eventually comes a time when you have to say goodbye. And I had my Jack Russell Jack for 16 years, man. From 6 weeks year old to for 16 years. So, he was with me every everywhere, every day. And
Yeah.
I was just extremely sad. As anyone would be, but it was time. He was 16 years old, and for a short leg Jack Russell to live that
Mm.
long, I mean,
That's
it's
long for them.
it's hard, yes. And I had people telling me, he lived that long because
Mm.
you loved him that long. And so, wow, I'm sorry. That's
Well, I know I can see it's that emotional piece in you, and
yeah,
I understand and I empathize it
yeah.
because I lost the dog
Right,
Leo
right,
that I had for 12 years,
right, right.
and when you said it's time,
Uh-huh.
you just sort of know it's time,
Right.
and his behavior changed,
Yes,
and
yes.
it's it it was harder on me than I ever
Oh,
imagined. I never,
yes.
but that meant that, as you were talking about a little bit
Mhm.
earlier, our connection
Right, right.
with our
Right
pets
there, our
can
pets.
be very tight.
Yes, then and then my dog Sunshine, um, I had her for at least 7 or 8 years, and she was a little older than Jack, so she had to be 19, almost 20 years old, and, it was time for
Mm.
her.
Oh, wow.
She changed, and I knew that it was that old girl, she was something else, and, just mild mannered, just so sweet, and saying goodbye to them,
Oh.
but, I go
You
ahead.
I'm thinking right now, 'cause we talked about this before, is like, I could imagine when there's 70%
It's
or
60,
69%
yes.
of families or people have
Yeah.
pets, you know, a lot of those people also experience
They
loss. I have a,
yeah.
um, a acquaintance now that is talking about a dog that isn't gonna last much longer, and they're beginning to process that now. So, all of you all out there in YouTube land, that are watching, I'd love for you to share with us and other listeners
Yes.
like your story, and
Right.
allow, hopefully we can comment and help one another, because grief is real
Right.
for humans and humans to their pets.
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
I created a video. We're gonna watch it just a little bit later, and just to kind of memorialize Jack and Sunshine. But man, I really haven't watched this for a while since I created it. But go
Well,
ahead, man.
let's watch it
Okay,
now,
go ahead.
and
Go ahead, man.
we'll. Okay.
They love that. Oh, I tell you. Oh man, they just. That's one of those times at the park.
Yeah.
They were so happy, you know. Man, I tell you. You know that was in Arc City?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that's the house in Arc City.
Oh, really?
Yes. Mother was like, "You brought Jack?" I was like, "Of course I did." It's like- that was just so nice. Thanks, man, for
Oh,
playing
that
that. That's just really, really
that was
great. When I
sweet.
say that I
That
have
was
truly enjoyed today's episode, it's just there. I could talk about. Oh well, yeah, I could talk about pets,
Oh,
and
no. I re
I really,
I really appreciate you bringing up the pets and, sharing with us. I know that that was probably
it
tough for
it
you.
really was. But I'm glad.
It
I'm
was.
glad. Thanks, Matt. Thanks you.
Mm.
Man.
Well, everybody out there, all you listeners, we love that you're here, and we thank you for joining us
Mm-hmm.
today. And if this episode made you smile, or maybe there was a tear, or
Oh,
reminded you of your own story, please share our podcast, please. And we would like to keep the conversation going. And if you like to catch a new episode, hit the subscribe button right now, because we appreciate all the insights and the feedback from you, our listeners, because every like and every comment, it really makes a huge difference in helping our community, and one that we hope that you'll
Oh,
belong
absolutely.
to grow, right?
Yes. Yes.
So until we meet again, may you discover the inspiration that empowers you to let your voice be heard.
Absolutely.
All right, Phil, we're out.
We're out.